Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dota section of this Newbie Friday. We are looking at, well, Dota, if you guys don't know, it is a MOBA, that genre where basically start out with one unit and then micro that. There's a lot of explaining to do for Dota.
Yeah, there's quite a bit.
Look it up. If you don't know MOBAs, you're living under a rock. I don't know why I'm explaining that, but I'm joined alongside by, I would say, professional player slash. You've been a ringer before, right?
Yeah, I've played for a few teams here along the way.
Are you on a team right now?
No, I'm not. I think professional is stretching it a little bit, but
professional,
good enough to teach you.
North American, and the best Rancho Cucamongian right now. It is Blitz. Blitz,
Hello.
how you doing, man?
I'm pretty good. It's a little late, and I've never been mic'd up like this before, so.
How's it feel?
It feels really weird. I feel like I need to be doing something with my hands, and I never know what to look at. Like,
I don't really look at the red dot. I don't look at the camera. I just like look past it.
you
like
look
there's
past
someone
it.
more important.
I feel like if I'm looking at the red dot, it's gonna like blind me.
It will. The thing's a laser pointer.
Yeah, it actually really bothers me.
Anyway, we're gonna learn some Dota over with Blitz. I guess learning with Blitz. And I'm gonna be Lauren Elise. If you guys tuned into the last segment, I know very little about Dota. Now I have played Heroes of Newerth a lot. And I know after talking with you and the other guys from BTS, it's played completely different. Like metagame is different, item builds are different, everything is different. So you are here to teach me how to do things, because if you don't know, there is a local LAN this Saturday.
Yeah, it's actually tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
That we will be winning. And the only way we're going to win is if I get my act together, because I'm obviously going to be carrying them. So that's why we're doing this.
All right.
Let's go ahead and get into a game. Do I even have Dota open? Oh my god. Yes, I do. Okay. Who's the hero that we're going to be learning today?
The one that I will be playing would be Lifestealer, and I'll be laning with you in the short lane, or typically bottom when we're Radiant. And I will have you play Lina, who's typically played as a support, and you'll be supporting me, be getting a lot of kills and all the like. It's pretty easy.
Okay, so we're going to be starting just with bots, just so that he can teach me exactly what to do. How do I position myself? You know, MOBAs are really, really overwhelming. I don't know all the heroes. I don't know how to play all the heroes well. I don't know the positioning of my hero, whether or not I should be aggressive or defensive. So Blitz is going to walk me through that and tell me exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to pick... nope, that's his. Go to mine. Go to mine. There we go. Picking Lina. Let's go ahead and play her. Now, again, very overwhelming. If you guys know MOBAs, that's generally who I'm catering myself towards. First, you have 600 minerals. 603 gold. What do I spend it on?
So we can do a pretty basic setup. If nobody buys the chicken, we actually have a courier. What I'd like you to do is buy a set of wards, observer wards, and that'll just give me vision and give our mid vision as well.
Okay.
You can pick up a tango, a salve, and that'll just be our basic regen. 2 ironwood branches, because we just want to spend as much money as we can on you. And then we can actually, you can opt to take another clarity, which I would do. And then you have about 107 gold left over. You can either get another salve or another clarity. But
let's get another salve.
Okay,
yeah. I like salves because I can give them to you easily.
All right.
In case you're low in HP. Now, what should I skill up first? Just to let you guys know, Dragon Salve, it's like a conal attack that does damage. There's a little bit of cast time, I know, for this, but it's just like a big nuke. Light Strike Array is a stun and a nuke. I think that's probably the better. And then this Fiery Soul, you can see it lasts 7 seconds, and it grants bonus attack and movement speed each time I cast something. So obviously, oh, you just placed a ward for me. All right, well, I guess I don't know how to place a ward.
Okay, you can actually place the second ward in the middle of the lane over here.
Okay.
So we know where people are at all times.
Interesting.
Just as a general rule of thumb, the first thing I do in every game, can I actually pause really quick and I'll explain?
Yeah, go ahead.
The first thing I do in every game is I look at what the lane setup is going to be, and that's going to determine how we're going to play.
Okay.
So, for example, there are different lane setups in Dota. They could offensive tri-lane, which means they'll send 3 heroes down. And if they do that, then I'd have you pull and just play more defensively, where we'd eventually outlevel them. If they send 2 heroes down, then I still want you to pull, but it's more dependent on like who we can go on, and that's what we have to coordinate.
Okay.
And if it's a solo hero, then generally I'd like you to play really aggressively and up because
and just get him out of the lane, right?
Exactly, because they'll have no backup, and our combined regen will always beat his.
Okay.
Whoever they send. But
interesting way to think about it.
in a game like this, obviously pubs can vary wildly from lane to lane. But if this were an actual game, I would assume the Death Prophet would go mid. The Dro, or this actually the Dro, I think is better secured farm, would go top with a hero like Warlock, and then the Sven and the Dazzle, the Shadow Priest, would actually come bottom. Okay. So that's a lane that we're going to have mixed success against. So what I want you to do in the lane is essentially I want a lane ward so we know where they are at all times.
Okay.
And we want to be the aggressors.
Okay. So I want to be auto-attacking them as much as possible.
Just when we can like guarantee a kill. But we don't want to just like go in and start right-clicking and stuff like that. Generally, I need both of your nukes out. You need 1 level of stun and 1 level of your nuke before we go, because I'm going to need my slow to set up for your stun. Okay. Because your stun by itself is kind of difficult to land.
Okay. And what is your ability exactly? It's just a slow that...
Yeah, it's just a slow. It slows them by 70% for 8 seconds. So it makes it really easy for you to line up your stun.
That's really nice.
But for now, I'd just like you to pull. You understand pulling, right?
Yes, 52 seconds.
Yeah, the creeps, actually, I think you can go to 54 now. What it does is if you attack the creeps and you drag them out of the camp radius, then it'll just send in a new spawn of units. And the reason why we do this instead of single pulling is that we want to get rid of our entire creep wave so that we eventually get the experience lead. And that'll be what's enough to kind of break the lane in our favor.
Yeah, I'll explain that a little bit as we get there as well, because I'm familiar with that in Han.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and start it off, and I'll get that lane ward up ASAPly. So, like, right there, I'm going to place it.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. And hopefully we get to see what our lane setup's like. So we're against a Sven. I'm assuming the Shadow Priest is with him. The first thing you want to do is, like, check the items that they have. If they overstack regen, then it's not really worth it. Yep. And so we have the Shadow Priest as well down here. Or Dazzles, he's more commonly known.
That's such an interesting way to think about it. Like, even in Han, I don't say, oh, let me look at their item build, see where they're really, really powerful, and then I go from there. Very rare.
So if I were you, I would actually just go and get ready to stack. Make sure that they didn't block the camp and anything. Because at the moment, they can't really rush at me. So we have some lane security.
Okay. So I am giving up a little bit of farm, though. But you're getting it, so it's still...
I'm actually getting solo XP. And the reason why pulling is important as well is because it gives you an opportunity at getting experience and last hits that you really need.
Gotcha.
So the trade-off is the lane security is a little worse for me, and I do get harassed a bit more. But overall, we're trading it so that we get the level advantage, and hopefully we get rewarded in kills.
Got you.
Time to hot-foot it.
Okay, so I'm going to pull this lane, right?
Yep, that'd be perfect.
And pulling this lane, I'm going to pull it into the creep, so it they intercept it, basically. And... what that'll do is give me experience, and also he's still getting solo lane experience.
Yeah. And I'm relatively safe against this lane. They only have 1 stun, so there's really not too much to worry about as long as I don't get caught up in a creep wave as well. The important thing to note too that pulling does is it keeps the lane equilibrium in our favor, which means that we keep it under this tree line, if you can see my drawing, and that makes it really important offensively because whenever I want you to initiate, it's always going to ideally be you running behind them, where you create some sort of angle, so it's more difficult for them to run. Whereas if you just come in from the front, we have less opportunities to get right clicks off, especially because we're not utilizing your range.
So right now, I've killed them a little bit. I'm going to try to pressure here.
Actually, continue to just like pull. You want to like kill that entire neutral camp because you want to hit level 2, right?
Okay.
Before we get any sort of aggression going. Because as it stands in the lane, I'm perfectly all right.
Okay. So I don't want to like take any away from you. I might have missed this one.
So for a support like you, ideally I would like to get boots and a stick out as soon as I can. The stick gives you some survivability and the ability to churn. And the boots, obviously, for obvious reasons, because your hero's really slow.
Yes.
And mobility and positioning and levels are the 2 most important things in the early game for support.
Okay, so I am level 2 now. And this creep wave is just about to die. Now, is this a good time to be pressuring?
We're going to wait for our creep wave to meet. We never want to engage in the middle of a creep wave. And then you can actually go from behind. You never want to show yourself, because there has to be like that air of mystery, right? That you could be ganking at any other lane. So once our creep wave starts to push up, ideally I'd like to engage on their Shadow Priest.
Okay.
Just watch out for the fact that they can counter-initiate on you at any time. So right now, we can go. And I'll slow. And we're going to be attacking, moving forward. And now he's casted Shallow Grave, but this should still be an easy kill for us.
All right, cool.
And easy peasy. The reason he died there was because he was a little too close to the creep wave when it was about to die, meaning we just caught him out with no support whatsoever. If there were creeps there to deter us, I would have maybe waited for a better opportunity. But as it stands, we had a really good angle, a full creep wave, and you know, he was just caught out of position where Sven couldn't do anything.
So I'm going to go ahead and stack this creep again and just rinse and repeat, right?
Yeah, essentially. Right now, because I got that kill, I'll have treads right now. And that Sven, I'm going to check his item build. He only has a wand. And with treads alone, I can just kind of stay in the lane without worrying about anything.
Gotcha.
And this way, you can actually level.
Level... Oh, you mean just from this creep camp?
Without taking anything from me. Because right now, I'm level 5. They're 2 and 3. You're actually 3 right now. So we're actually doing quite a good job of keeping up levels.
Gotcha.
The other thing that makes pulling really important is that it keeps you out of vision. So it means that if you happen to get a smoke or something, you can actually gank from mid as well. You just want that air of mystery where they're not entirely sure what you're doing.
That's kind of cool. So it's just like, because they don't know where I am type of deal.
Yeah. Okay. So they, in general, if these weren't bots, they have to play slightly more back. Because they're not entirely sure where you are at all times.
Should I ever nuke this wave? Like, just use my skill abilities?
No, I actually don't think you should. Just because it wastes mana, which you don't have a lot of, for one. Because you're never going to get luxury items like arcane boots early.
Okay.
Also, it kills them really quickly, meaning it pushes. And what you want to do actually with these is deny them as much as you can once they're below half.
Okay.
Because we just want any sort of advantage in XP that we can get. We want to utilize every little bit.
Should I try to go on these guys?
Go from behind always. So we can actually go from behind on that that dazzle. So I will lead with my slow first. Pop my rage. This is an easy stun setup for you. Yep. And we can rinse and repeat that now all day. But always come in from the top. If you create an angle, that means they have less time to respond. And you get a little bit more right clicks off on them. A few free hits.
Okay. Gotcha. I know there's a little trick, like I can just eat the tree in there and go from the side, but still
we don't actually have to be that sneaky because they're firmly placed in the middle of the lane.
I see. So just rinsing and repeating, just stacking, letting you get solo experience. And then I'm getting good experience too from these levels.
Yeah. If they were to play really smartly, what they would do is actually play... So I call this the T intersection just because it makes a giant T.
Hold on, let me get there.
Oh. So it makes like a giant T here. But if they play past that, closer to their tower, it means I'm getting free farm. And if they play... if they actually come into our like side of the T, then it makes it so that you can always pop from behind them. If we have to go from the front, it's just a lot less optimal.
Yeah.
But
I mean, your
if we come in from behind,
a lot less, right?
it's like harder to set up too, because if you're a little too far out, then you can't really get anything going. But if I were you, I would get boots as soon as I can, pick up a wand as well, just for some survivability.
Okay.
And that's pretty much the early game.
Wand.
Yes.
If you only pull and you never get aggressive, then it's easier for them to time stuff out, and they can play more up on me. But if you interject these with just random ganks when the lane's pushed out, then it makes our lane just a lot better.
Okay. So I'll just attack more often when we're not playing against bots. If you guys don't know, this is just against bots, so I can feel out the hero and my role.
Burn 'em all.
Because we have this same character in Here's a Newerth, but played so differently. So I'm just understanding a little bit more. All right, I'm ready for ganking.
All right, so you want to come from behind again. You always want to create some sort of angle. Right here's fine. And I'll create your lead. We'll kill him. I don't think we can actually get him.
I got another stun.
Oh, okay. Then we can... Oh god, that was good.
Oh, what the heck did he use?
He actually just stunned me right back.
I go like the blazes.
Purge gamers! Oh god.
Oh.
Alright, so we played a little too aggressively there, but you're actually going to salve, and you also have a wand. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And so you should just be fine here.
YOLO, bro. YOLO.
Hate you so much.
On it.
God, you're only death. Stop diving so much, bro.
Alright, so do you want to actually hop into a actual game?
let's hop into the game. I'm pretty confident with that.
Okay.
Yeah, it looked really good. I mean, obviously I know the character pretty well, so...
Yeah, just recognize also that there are going to be a lot of opportunities for you to go and gank. So if you can afford it, you can pick up a smoke as well. Okay. So while you're pulling, there's two opportunities. Either you can come into the lane, swing from behind, and we can do that combination, or if our mid is struggling, then you can smoke in, go.
Okay,
But
cool.
at the very least, they don't really know.
If you guys don't know what smoke is, it gives you invisibility. It's an item in Dota, not in Han, so I'm completely new to it. We're going to go to a quick commercial. When we come back, we should be in game just queuing up for probably an all pick.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Blitz over here can carry me.
Success.
And he's going to do it. We'll be back.